Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Mario Kart Central. We back with the World Cup. We have a thrilling matchup today, and I am joined in the booth with my one and only co-host for today's stream, xWill.
Yo, what is up, Use? How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing absolutely excellent today on this wonderful 4th of July. To all my Americans out there, I hope you're having a great day. We have a thrilling matchup to get to. Let's get on with the home team's roster.
We have today is going to look like we're gonna have Team Ireland versus Team France. And coming out with the Ireland starting OU, we have Sean, Irie, Cormac, James, LT, and Dermo. Okay, from what I know from this IRLU, I do know that Sean is one of the most prolific players on this roster right now. He is, if I'm not mistaken, probably their best player, and we will hopefully be seeing a lot from him coming in. From previous matches, he has been a big scorer to this team. We also have Cormac, who is also a really good strong runner. He's very well known. He scores pretty well. He should be another guy who's going to be up there a lot, showing his presence a lot in there. James, he's the third runner for IRE. He's very new. I don't think he was on the team last year, but he is this year, and he's played a couple matches. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's played one or maybe two. And the matches he did, he did pretty well. I know they went against Australia, and yeah,
Oh
but
yeah,
this
huge W's.
yeah, he was actually no, they lost to Australia, but they did beat Scotland. They did beat Scotland. So, but I know that he was key to their success on the win over with Scotland. So, seeing him play today will be interesting. Seeing how he fares up in his first World Cup season. And we have LT, another vet of the World Cup. He's another very well-known player. Plays for a D1 team, IF for multiple seasons. He's also going to be one of those guys who we have to look out for today because he is a very strong runner as well. And yeah, and then, oh yeah, the bagger, Dermo. Forgot. He is also a member of IF. He's been bagging D1 for multiple seasons, and I think that he will also be a big help to their success today. But overall, very strong roster coming in from IRE. And yeah, any words you have to say, Use?
I would just say that this Ireland team has really surprised me in the previous matches that have been played in the World Cup. I know Cormac, in general, from playing against him in other wars inside the Mario Kart Wii community, he can be very a very good player for this team, especially with Sean and LT backing him up. I feel like this Ireland team is very underrated, and they should, um, you know, they should be
Yes, they should be
really,
very
really fun to watch. Yeah, it should be very fun to watch
extremely fun to
for
watch.
this
It's going to be
team playing against
great matches.
this other team coming up. But let's head on to the away team. We got Team France.
Team France, and the 5 players you got from Team France today are Zone, Knight, Space, Shiv, and Alex DDZ. This is a very interesting LU. You would think that they would run Fado for such a crucial match because if they do lose this match, they will be going to the elimination bracket. But they opted not to use Fado, and I think what they use instead are Shiv. I think he's the newcomer to this lineup compared to recent matches, but still Shiv, a very well prolific player. He just hit Diamond in Lounge not too long ago. He's been on the come up recently. He's been playing very well, but even without Fado, I think this LU is still very strong. As we have Space, another but like he's a very strong mid to higher div player. He's run like D2, D3 multiple seasons. He's playing for Gun this season. He's not a bad player. He's I'm pretty sure he's Gun main LU. You have Knight, who's played for Hex. Very strong player. Extremely good team. Hex made D2 finals last season. They are a really great team. Knight, strong player like always. I think he was on that main roster for Team Hex. And in Zone, one of probably the most prolific player on this lineup so far. Zone is definitely the guy we have to look out for most today in his match. He's a very well-known player. He's run D2 multiple times. I'm not sure if he ran D1, but he's also played for Hex. And Hex, like I said, they went on to almost win the finals. They lost it by a couple points, I'm pretty sure. And he was a big key to that team's success. He might have been the MVP if I'm not mistaken. But overall, very strong France LU, even if they don't have Fatal, which I think in my opinion is their best player. But who knows? They can like pull a really good play, maybe make a big upset. But I think in today's matchup, I think Team France is actually they are the one who everyone believes it will be the predicted winners. I think Ireland's actually the underdog in this scenario, but yeah, it's still a very great team. And then don't forget about Lads, the bagger. He's a very good bagger. He's been bagging for a long time, so Derma will have a lot of competition in that aspect in that field. So, but overall, I think both really strong rosters from both teams. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned before, Zone being a prolific player, he has definitely proven himself, especially in the Mogi Lounge, competitively as an individual player himself. Both these teams are very, very interesting as far as their records are concerned. One of these teams will move on to the 2-1 bracket in the Swiss tournament for the World Cup, as we are going to transition into our standings as of late. This is our updated graphic. So either of these teams will still have a chance to compete in the main stage. However, whoever wins this match will have the upper advantage. But we are not sure which teams they will be facing until the rest of the matches are scheduled. Looking at this France team, though, I believe when they went up against Germany, it was kind of lights out, I would say. I mean, France really thought. I mean, France really had things going like early on in the match, and it really just, it just played in their favor. But as the record indicates, they are 1-1, so this match is very crucial for them. But as for Ireland, I feel as though they're gonna have to play lights out against this France team because we know what they are capable of, especially with some of these players being proven in the competitive side of things to Mario Kart Wii.
Yes. Also, I want to take note of that Team France and Germany. That match, Team Germany was one of those teams that like everyone expected, to go really far in the tournament. They have Kevin, one of their best players, and Team France actually ended up tying with them in their first ever match, which was like very shocking to a lot of people because Team Germany has like Kevin, Crash, Greek Nico's like great players, all RT Master, Grandmasters, and then Team France, I don't think there's ever been a Grandmaster who's ever hit for Team France. So when they tied up that match, it was like actually shocking. Then they went to the tiebreaker and actually beat them in the tiebreaker of 1GP and beat Team Germany. So that was probably one of the bigger upsets of this tourney so far. And it's just it's really cool to see Team France because they're really trying to like prove themselves even like as like they are a top competitor that they really should be feared. And I think that's what they have been showing us. And then on their second match, when they went against Team USA South, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it's South. They only lost by 9 points to another really strong team. Like they on the US South maps, they running Macy, Casper US, Shadow, Yax. That's a really strong lineup. And to only lose by 9 shows that this French team is really up there to compete with the top teams. And as Team USA South, they have won both of their matches. So it shows that just how strong this France roster really is. So I think I'm really excited to see how far they fare in this matchup against another really strong team.
Yeah, I honestly feel as though this match is going to be really, really close from both of these teams moving on. And as we're looking into the 1-1 bracket, some of these teams, I mean, they're very, very interesting matches coming up. We got Canada versus England and Australia. I mean, some of these matches could literally go down to the wire. As you're seeing in the 2-0 bracket, we got both the U.S. teams, and I believe U.S. South is going to take on Japan as U.S. North going to be, fighting for that final win, obviously. But, most of these matches coming up, they're going to be very juicy, and it definitely going to come down to the wire. Who's going to come out on top in this year's World Cup. Very exciting stuff, especially if you're in the Mario Kart Wii community. But xWill, I don't really know how this is going to fare, but I feel as though that one of these teams is going to win by a slight margin.
I'll tell you my prediction, Yus. I really think that GP1, I think Team Ireland is probably going to show off GP1. I think that they're going to take the lead first GP. Then second GP, France is probably going to counter back. Then I'll say France is probably going to be up by probably maybe like 10, 15. Not a whole lot, but just short. And then I think it's going to really come down to the last 2 races to send who really wins this whole thing. But in the end, I think I do have Team France edging them out because as we've seen from the beginning of this tournament, Team France has been really strong, while Team Ireland, they have fallen to, they haven't faced as strong as competition. Team Scotland, they don't have the best roster, but they are still, pretty good team. But they also did lose to Team Australia by over 100, which shows like that there are still some key weaknesses in the team, even though I do think that they are a really strong team. But hopefully they could work out those kinks and they can perform well today, I guess, in this match. But I do think Team France will inevitably take the win by a small margin, though. Nothing large, though.
Yeah, and the thing about these matchups is, I mean, you're always playing in the moment. I mean, both these teams, we all know that they're both really strong teams. And, you know, as you said, working out the kinks is definitely going to be a huge concern, especially like later in the match. But I feel as though that, you know, these teams are prepped. Like, they've definitely been through a lot of coaching, you know, a lot of decision making. Like, these lineups are final. And we're definitely going to see it here on today's stream. And we appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming out for this matchup, as there is currently being another match, being held. I believe that would be England versus Canada right now at 3 o'clock. But you know, both of these teams that we are casting right now, Ireland and France, you know, they've shown very good excellence in this season's World Cup, and we're very thrilled to give you this matchup heading forward.
Yes, extremely excited. I can't wait to see how this fares out. I'm super excited because whichever team loses, we'll go to an elimination bracket. And you know, use an elimination bracket, that's 5 GPs. That's, yeah, 5 GPs is determined.
5 GPs.
It's eliminated, yeah. So this is a very huge match right here. And then the team that moves on has a chance to advance to the final bracket of seeing who can go to get 3 wins or not. So it's, I mean, a lot of teams, they both have a lot of pressure on them to win this match.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, each team that is 1-1 currently right now in our Swiss tournament, they are all feeling the pressure. I know I'm just feeling the pressure, and the match hasn't even started yet. But I know both of these teams right now are very eager to start this. So we're going to get into it very soon. Any final words for any of these teams moving forward?
Final words. I just hope that everyone plays to their best abilities. You know, I hope we have a great match. I hope they keep it close. You know, everyone's playing well, and so everyone can enjoy it, and we can have a very enjoyable stream. You know, that's all.
Alrighty. Well, let's move on to the match. We got our track selection heading forward. We got DDR and we got RBC. The home team being Team Ireland, of course. So DDR would be the main choice for them, and RBC going for France.
Yep, 2 very generic track picks, but that's usually what everyone usually goes for when starting off a war. You know, DDR versus RBC.
Yeah, very common track picks indeed. You know, these are probably the most common tracks being picked at the very start of every single war in this game. But DDR going to be the first selection heading into the temple.
Nice. And who do we have starting in first? I think we have Sean starting in first. He should be able to hold his first top spot. And let's get the match underway.
All right, starting off, we got LT. France, Ari starting off very strong in the mid spots, but LT Ari going to get back bomb and Nanit at the same time. Ari going to lose a couple spots off that, as, you know, France is going to be bottom 2 at the start.
Yeah, that's okay, but Knight is holding a Mega in this 5th position. We want to see someone try to pull Shrooms, maybe a Golden, but holding this Mega is going to do a little bit for him. But I would like to see if he opts to go for like Mega Ultra or maybe chain it. Now he decides not to chain it, so he's just gonna chill, just relax right now. Looks like France is occupying most mid spots. Oh, he does go for Mega Ultra, which is a very good play as your team is mid spots. So you want to get up there. So yeah,
I believe Ireland right now is currently top 2, probably holding on to top 2, bottom 2 at this given moment in time, as Knight is successfully able to take the Mega Ultra, avoiding that back green and that back red as well. Very good evasion early on from Team France, as Ireland is, well, they're driving pretty good so far, holding their top 2.
They are holding top 2 on this track, which is really important, as this is like a half running track, or it could also be not a running track sometimes. When if you get like mushrooms, you jackpot and 4 mushrooms, you take the
Ultra. And the bomb snipe from Knight!
Really good bomb snipe from Knight, taking him out. France occupying second now as Shiv takes the Golden Ultra. 2-3 for France. Oh, actually, no, first. Shiv has made his way into first. So 1-3 for Team France. Team Ireland throws out the blue, holding blue. Shiv slows down. Team Ireland is blued. So Team France top 2. Really great play from Shiv there. Oh my god, knowing the team probably called out that there was a blue coming, he slowed down. So
the shock does come in, and it looks like it is going to be Ireland's shock. I did see the Ireland bagger being gone in 10 at the end, toward the end of lap 2. So this could be huge for Ireland moving up. But yeah, that blue play, oh my goodness, that was absolutely thrilling to see. Like, oh my goodness, the slowdown plays, the blue shells, you never know what's going to happen in this game. But Ireland's going to take the fifth place spot, and I believe France is still going to occupy at least one of the top positions, either first or second, but we're going to see in the final results.
I really don't like that shock that much, only because it seemed like your dodger really didn't benefit off that. I mean, it's mainly because of LT's fault, as after he dodged, he kind of messed up and he like went to the wall. But overall, that shock, I don't think it benefited that much unless there was another dodger that I didn't see. But it was still pretty good. But I think Team France are, yes, they're gonna come up with the top two here. That was more like a salvage type of race coming from
Yeah.
But yeah, Team France can get top 2-5-8, which is a very strong race to start off, as they're asserting their dominance off of race 1 without even getting a shock. It's pretty impressive.
Absolutely, especially with that bomb snipe. I mean, I saw Knight throw that up. I was like, he's gonna lob it up, and then he just connected with it. I was like, oh my goodness, that was just a great play by Knight for France. I mean, it's huge plays early on for France, and Ireland's definitely gonna have to look out for plays like that moving on, especially if they're gonna have control of the shock. The shock being the best item in the game, so getting possession of that is definitely gonna make an interesting turnabout for most of these races, obviously.
There's no worse feeling than having the two most powerful items in the game and getting a losing race still. So hopefully IRE can, change, move that race past them and just they'll go forward to the next race, full steam ahead. As we
Staying comfortable right now, I believe this is another France pick. Moonview Highway starting in the top 2 positions. Your thoughts?
Moonview Highway, this is a great track. Top 2-4, they're actually top 2-5 here, so I think I would see first Swerve to try to avoid that 4th place draft from LT. And but yeah, this is still a great track. If they can hold top 2 here, they will start to break away, which will be huge for them. And as we start
as we're starting to see France early on, Knight taking a wide line approach, gonna go for the 5th snipe on Ireland, but ends up missing and ends up getting reddit for it. So Ireland's going to be occupying most of the mid spots early on in this race, as France was starting off shaky with a wide line.
Yeah, as we can see, Cormac did get TC'd there, which is pretty unfortunate. But Team France will occupy top 2 here, 3-4 for IF. So these are not the most optimal spots if you are Team IRE here. We would like to get up there. But Team France, if all they have to do is just keep double back in. Oh, perfect fib up from zone, backing LT.
Goodness.
LT not even paying attention. Just gotta pay attention. Gotta look forward, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially on a track like this, you got cars going everywhere, and especially all the items on the ground. It's going to be very hard to avoid at times, but got to stay on your toes. This is the World Cup here.
Willie Bump coming in from one of the baggers. I don't think that's a pen though, because he didn't get hit into a wall or anything. But we move on. Team France, I'm pretty sure, is still occupying top 2, breaking away, which is really bad for Team RE. They really need to make a play here if they want to get a winning race. Hopefully, Dermo can pull the shock to help them. But Space pulls a TC. If he doesn't get this pass, that's Knight takes the TC from Space. They're in the start. Doesn't look like Team France has shock, or they might have called it there, but it's actually better to hold it when you're top 2. But yeah,
absolutely. Looking at the mini map right now, the bagging is kind of split, so that indicates to me that Ireland might actually have possession of the shock, and they're probably going to use it to their advantage toward the end of the race. Looking at LT's perspective, he's currently holding it down in 5th place. Space holding it down in 4th, and the shock does come into play.
It is a Team IRE
bomb car, or that is
very unfortunate. Sean coming up in 3rd place. I do not think he will be able to crack into this Team French top 2, but it's okay. Looks like they are salvaging 3, 4, 5 here. 3, 4, 5, 6 for Team IRE, which is a very salvage race for how gone top 2 was. Honestly, that was probably the best play that they could have got out with that shock, and I'm very
absolutely
happy.
I mean, France is already breaking away at that point. Just had to salvage those points. Got to make the match close. How about that shock into the bomb car? I don't know if that was intentional or not, but if it was, then that was by far one of the better shocks that I've seen so far. But Ireland's going to take most of the mid spots, as France does get another top 2. Sitting really good right now, early on.
France looking very well right now. They're playing very well. Even though they're not getting the shock, they are getting these winning races, which is all that matters, getting these winning races, of course, if you want to win the match. And Team RE with 2 shocks, no blues that race, unfortunately, but they need to start capitalizing off of these shocks if they want to make an impact.
Yeah, when are we going to see the race where there's going to be 5 blue shells and we just don't even know how they even comprehend what's going on?
Everyone's just
waiting on. Yeah, man. France so far so good. I mean, Ireland's definitely gonna have to try to get some more frontal presence if they're gonna try to take this over.
100%. I would like to see maybe. Oh, they're opting for Grumble Volcano. I was thinking of like RWS, but yeah, Grumble Volcano probably would be better for these spots. As France are going for Bowser's Castle Wii, which is very interesting for top two.
Very confident.
That is a very confident pick.
And they do have Shiv on their roster.
And it ends up going to Grumble Volcano. So this is more optimal for RE, this scenario, as they are now starting in 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see how they play this race off. And yeah.
All right, yeah, let's do this. We got a reset track, Ireland's track pick. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. As we're seeing LT getting a full startup boost, going for the very left box, and ends up pulling a TC early on. Going to try to pass it to one of the France members, and he successfully does, as he's occupying now second place, but now gets the TC pass, as France is going to occupy 1, but Ireland's still going to be 2, 3 at the moment, as LT is going to drop back a little bit because of the TC. Knight holding the golden up in 4th place. This could be huge if he can successfully make the Rock Cup, of course. And he should be gone in. And he fails it. Unfortunate for Knight, as he is going to get the respawn, though, as Ireland's still going to occupy 2nd place. France being 1-3 at the moment. Knight gets redded. Oh,
failing that respawn is so bad because you fail it, you lose your item, and on top of that, your opponent gets a 3rd place box in front of you. So we don't know what Sean. He could have a shroom, he could not. But it seems as LT has pulled blue, and he is throwing it now. Shiv is in 1st right now, so that's going to be very beneficial. If Sean has a shroom in 2nd, he is going to break away. And as LT pulls a mega, we don't know who has shock yet. But
yeah, no indicator of who has shock yet. Looking at the map right now, it seems to be pretty split.
They both make it.
As Knight successfully makes the Rock Hop this time around. And France is going to occupy top 2.
France is going to occupy top 2. Shroom in 2nd. These are great positions here. Looks like Zone. Ooh, wow, great bomb. Zone definitely doesn't have a shroom in 1st. I see golden, and he probably went left pass. But yeah, this is still a fine scenario right here if you are Team France. If you have the shock, you are getting a great race here. If IRE doesn't have the shock, dodge pal. Ooh, pro. Both of them
going on the top.
Both players in 2, 3 have dodge pals. They both have shrooms here. If IRE has shock, they're gonna call it the second he gets in. If not, they did both of them.
But not able to get into the respawn as well.
Maybe the blue died. I think the blue died. So yes, Iris is gonna get. Wait,
hit the Iris hit on the blue, and Knight's gonna get first out of it. The blue shell didn't even appear on the screen.
Wait, okay, so it was either I think it was a blue, because that was a
blue.
Yeah,
he spun out. There was no blue on Knight's screen, and Ireland just spins out as Knight's able to get first out of it. That was very intense. Oh my goodness!
Dang. Wow. I thought it was
Ireland did get the shock again, but wasn't able to capitalize on it.
Wow, this is just like a repeating trend from them. They keep getting the shocks, they keep getting these winning scenarios, but they're just not capitalizing off of it. As that blue shell is very unfortunate. I don't know who threw that blue shell, but if it was a Team IRE shock, you're really shaking your head there. As Team France gets top 2. Wow.
Yeah, France with another top 2. Wow. These are some very interesting races that we're seeing early on. I mean, we're already in the race 3, and we're already, jumping out of our seats because we're seeing Ireland get blued at the worst time imaginable. I thought the blue shell disappeared, but it ended up connecting, and oh my goodness, lag can be an interesting thing at times.
Lag is always an interesting thing in this game. I can't believe that blue connected. I honestly thought it would die in the cut as soon as they went the shortcut, but no, I guess not. The blue shell came out.
Yeah, I had that same thought in mind as well. I mean, the blue shell, it looked like it was gonna just go into the ground, and we just weren't gonna be able to see it. But France just doing everything that they can to get some really good spots. Avoiding that POW was very huge going on to the top path. And yeah, Knight was able to take advantage, being just fast enough where he can get into the respawn with Team Ireland.
Yes. As we can see, we have Team Ireland is now down by 19. Still not a whole lot used. It's not a lot. It's
no, absolutely not. Anything can happen. A top 3 can happen just out of the blue. I mean, Ireland's doing really good getting these shocks, and we do have a cannon track being picked, so this could work to their advantage.
This will work to their advantage as they go Maple Treeway here. As we can see, Knight starting off at first, gonna hold his line. Pretty good. He gets a fib, which is kind of unlucky. France has a... But actually, no, Zone's behind him, so he should be fine here. As he's just going to run it up here. nothing, just casual.
Yeah, some
Maybe.
very clean driving early on from Knight. He's going to opt to back his fib at one of the Ireland team members. That would be Cormac, as he now takes over in first place. France early on, racing this pretty good, I would say. But, Cormac going to try to make a bump, but ends up getting bumped off himself. He is off the track. Knight is able to take back first.
Wow, that is very bad start from Team RE. You do not want to see that. Cormac was itemless there, so he tried to play semi-passive / aggressive, but I think that just ultimately led him off the track. I've seen France are top 2 here. Will that red connect? No, it won't. LT going into cannon. It looks like no one has, so they're just going to run it up. But Team France once again find themselves in the top 2 position once again. How do you?
Yes, France. This has been the story all match so far. Just France holding on to the top spots. That frontal presence coming in clutch, as we are seeing Knight in a star. They did not have possession of the shock, and I don't think it would have been a good call if they did have the shock in that moment in time. But, we love to see people taking advantage of some of these leaf piles on Maple Treeway, as France is still holding on strong with this frontal presence. Top 2 still for France heading into lap 3, as LT going to try to make a play to get France out of second place, but isn't able to connect any of these items to the person. Oh, and he ends up getting flagged.
That is a great slag right there, play. As you know, you are top 2 and you're breaking. And the shock comes out. Oh, looks like Team RE shock, maybe? Yes, as Team France is small right now, it might be an Ireland shock. Once again, we will see who comes
Will this shock be able to get Ireland up into most of the mid spots? We'll have to find out toward the end, but Knight still holding on strong in the first place. There could be a late blue toward the end if Ireland's able to chain for blues here, but Knight's still holding strong. He's not going to opt to back the fib. I believe France is still holding on into second place, as a blooper is going to come into play. LT is goldening up as we speak, and it looks like France is still going to get another top 2 heading into race number 5. So France.
Oh, red connects on LT.
And LT getting redded off the boost. Ends up getting 8th because of it.
Again, that is a really good race from Team France. I might have been mistaken. I'm pretty sure that was a Team France shock, as Shiv's one was come up. But if it was a Team Ireland shock, that was a really bad one. But I'm 90% sure it was Team France.
Okay.
But once again, very dominant race from Team France. They're just so relaxed right now. I don't think if you notice. All right, so look at the scenarios happening. Team France, they're always in the top spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't have shock, they're always controlling their situation that they always put themselves in. That they are always getting a good race, and look, they're getting top 2, 4, 5 there. That's just that's
huge.
a plus 19 race from Team France right there. That is going to push them way ahead of Team Ireland here, and they're going to start breaking away. If Team Ireland does not change something soon, they are going to lose. They need to have more frontal presence, and they need to benefit off these shocks that they're getting.
Absolutely, and especially early on. I mean, Cormac getting shoved off the track on lap 1. That really kind of hurt them very bad, because it ended up leading France into top 2, as most of France have just been holding on to those top positions and keeping a really good frontal presence early on in this matchup. But if Ireland doesn't do anything soon, they could be they could be down for the count, and I would hate to say that early on, but it's looking like France is really sitting comfortable with the lineup that they got going on right about now, as we're seeing some really, really good plays from Team France.
Yes, and we are in the World Cup. You have to be the best of the best. You have to play your top if you want to win, and we are not seeing that from Team RE. A lot of mistakes coming off. Cormac falling off. LT getting backed while they're top 2. These are just small mistakes that you just can't have. You need to stay up there no matter what. And once Cormac lost that top spot, that was a losing condition for that race. So there's just a lot of factors that play into this stuff that these teams really have to capitalize on, and France has been doing that. They just have been capitalizing off these small mistakes, and they have been making 0 mistakes the entire time, which is why they are winning. So that's basically how it goes. They don't need shocks. They just need to play good, and that's how they're doing. So unless RE changes something, we're going to see France continue to be dominant.
And to add on to that, it just goes to show how skillful you can be at the game and still play around the shock and still get a winning result out of it. It can even force a team to use a bad shock to work in your favor. And that's something that France has been doing very well as of late, because I do believe in regards to shock count, I believe Ireland would be leading in that department. But France is just playing really well around the shock, as you mentioned before. creating these winning scenarios. As we are going to see a fib early on, as LT is going to opt to hold his Mega early on. He's probably going to use it through this snow cut right here, as Knight is also going to be in the Mega. So both of our streamers right now are both in Megas. A very rare sight to see. But yeah, LT almost failed the single. Now France still, you know, they're still holding it on. They are holding it on up there. They are pretty much top 3, I would say. But yeah, Ireland's gonna have to do something. Try to get somebody up there, get someone shrooming up, and just occupy that top position, because right now France is just sitting comfortable and they are just not gonna stop. They're just gonna keep on going.
Actually, we see Team Ireland in top spots for once. I'd like to see this change of pace, but Knight will be shooting up into the front, and we are seeing a crazy fifth snipe from maybe Cormac. It looked like that fifth snipe is huge, going to get Knight out of there. Top 2 for IRE. Hopefully, no one fails a double, and they don't. Oh, Knight fails it. That is a huge mistake there, as France is now off the track. Shot coming in though. Interesting. Maybe Team France shock respawn. That's what it's looking like.
Could have been. Could have been.
You would
just
usually say
cancel out what just happened, just to keep the race close, I would assume.
Yes.
But yeah, that bump off was very crucial. We did see the Nana almost, you know, messing him up, just getting him off the double attempt. But yeah, this could just be a shock just to keep the race close, as we're seeing Knight pulling triple shrooms in the back. Most of Ireland, I do believe, is up there. We're seeing most of them in mid spots.
All the Ireland's back there. I'm pretty sure Team France is top 3 right now.
Oh, okay.
After that shock, that was a Team France shock. I did see Shivan first, and we see all the Ireland in middle spots right now. And this is looking like a huge race for Team France. Once again, capitalizing on that shock. But actually, looks like maybe not, because some of Team France in the middle spots look like they're getting 4-5 here. Shiv getting first. That might be 1-4-5-8 for Team France. That's what it's looking like. Yeah, 1-4-5-8. So 2-3. That's not a bad race for Ireland, but once you're down 40, you really need to like start capitalizing on bigger races if you want to think you can come back from this. But yeah,
like a top 3 or a top 2-4 or anything like that, and that sort of matter. I mean, we need to see Ireland try to, you know, fight back, try to get back into the competition, because right now France is just sitting very comfortable right now with their 40-point lead, as you mentioned. As we are going to see Shiv getting first. Yes, you are correct. A 1-4-5 for Team France, as Ireland does end up getting 2-3. But yeah, if I'm Team France right now, I'd be ecstatic about the performance throughout the 5 races that they've played.
Yes, they did play a lot of damage control there that race for Team Ireland, as they did come out well. That might be a winning race, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. I think that is a winning race by 1, if I'm not mistaken, but that's just not the winning race that you need. That might be the first winning race of this entire war that they've gotten. So maybe that's the kryptonite that they needed, you know, to change. Hopefully they can get a huge pace of change right now. But yeah.
Yeah, a nice change of pace would be nice for Team Ireland right about now. But you know, France just keep occupying the top spots, and Ireland doing everything in their power to try to get them out of it, but it's just not really working in their favor. They can't really get access to the shocks.
Yeah, hopefully that will change though, as we are going to now Bowser Castle 3, one of the most fan favorite tracks in this entire game. You go into a Mogi, you were getting this track spammed every time. I don't even think in the last 100 Mogis I haven't played this track. That's how famous it is. So we're gonna see how this plans out. This is a great neutral track too. Any spots, you can even be top 4, and just this track will always go anyway. So we'll just back bomb instantly into LT. Wow.
Oh my god, another bomb is being dropped. Is it gonna detonate? No, it is not. LT gonna successfully avoid the other bomb being dropped, as he is able to pull a star. Gonna use it early on, try to get shrooms here, try to probably take the cut if it's not blocked, of course. But yeah, right now early on I'm seeing LT. He's gonna actually make the cut, and he's gonna have 2 shrooms in first. This is huge for Team Ireland. Nice change of pace, as we are gonna see France still occupying second place. LT is gonna have to try to make some moves to get France out of second place, as there is a blue shell coming in. That is France's blue, but Ireland's able to dodge it because he still had double shrooms in first place. LT using his items very well to try to keep Ireland in this. And as you mentioned before, BC3 being that neutral track, anything could happen later on.
I like that play that LT tried to do there. He tried to get the France player into the blast of the blue, so he slowed down while he dodged it, which is a very good play there. did force Knight to slow down. He's going to take cutting first, makes it very easly, of course, every single time.
Yes, very clean from LT.
And looks like one of the France players has failed Ultra, so he's going to break away in first place, which is very nice to see. And we should have a clean first place for LT right now. He should just cruise to victory now. Don't know who's second right now, but as France pulls a blue, we'll chuck it. Don't know who's second, but we could potentially see a combo here, maybe, if it is Team France. But it might be Ireland top 2. We'll see here in a second. But that blue coming in is kind of huge because that could play a huge factor to who wins this race.
And he does opt to throw his fib away, so that indicates to me that Ireland is holding down into second place. But that blue shell is, you know, going to slow him down just a little bit. Not able to block the cut. This could be huge for Team France if they can take the cut successfully without it getting blocked. But yeah, France is, I believe, made the cut. Yes, they have made Ultra. Shiv
gets
is
ready
up there in second place, and LT is able to dodge those red shells as the shock does come into play. Ireland is now in second place. Sean up here with LT. This is the race that Ireland needs moving forward. They're going to try to come back into this matchup here, as we are going to see Sean probably get a draft up into first, and LT is going to take second place. Ireland with a top 2. Very well, clean race for Team Ireland.
And that is the winning race that they need. About time we finally get a change in pace for Irie, getting their first big winning race. Let's say big, because they are getting their top 2 here, which is going to help them tremendously now. This is the momentum that they need to get back to the race. I don't know whose shock that was, but it worked out for Team Ireland, you know? I think it might have been Team France, as they didn't TS Shiv on the cut, so that's why I'm going to go that was a Team France shot. It would make the most sense. But yeah, it didn't work out. Shiv ended up getting killed after taking cut, and Ireland will get a top 2-5. That is exactly the race they need to get back into this. They will
absolutely a top 2-5. You're right on the right track to try to make this big comeback. You know, you've seen France pretty much occupying the top spots most of the races that we have seen so far. And for Team Ireland right now, I would be absolutely thrilled that you had a big winning race like this, because now you are, you know, leading your own destination moving forward.
All right, and Use, I will have to attend to a family emergency for like 30 seconds. I will be back, so you can go handle this real quick.
Absolutely, Will. I'll do my best. All right, while Will is gone for the next 30 seconds, we are going to be seeing the track pick of choice. And we are seeing RWS and N64 Sherbetland. Now, Sherbetland is an interesting track because most of the people can, you know, most of the bottom spots can get shrooms and opt to, you know, either shroom up early on just to have that frontal presence in their favor. And, you know, it's just a very slidey track. So a lot of the backs are going to be a little bit hard to avoid. But for these players, it should be no biggie. We've seen it many of times with people avoiding backs that I can't even avoid in the Mario Kart Wii community competitively. But, you know, it's not about me. It's about these two teams. We're seeing Ireland early on in a top 2 spot. Sean taken up in first place as LT is going to hold it down in second. And
okay,
Ireland right now looking very strong, holding on to top 2.
All right, let's see where we're in right now. Ireland coming in looking strong, and Sean occupying that first place spot. Knight's in second. This is a good spot for Ireland. They're 1-3, 1-3-4.
Yeah, 1-3 now. Yes.
Looks like Knight will have to do his most to stay up there, keep that frontal presence alive for them. And ooh, good back from Sean. Does connect. But yeah, playing cool. Oh, LT holding blue. That is huge. Will he hop dodge?
Are we gonna see a hop dodge? No, we are not.
Good try. But
yeah, very good try. You got to be frame perfect in order to do a hop dodge. I mean, it's very hard to do at times. I can't lie, especially when you're, you know, timing for that frame 1. But yeah, oh my goodness, Team Ireland right now sitting pretty good. They're gonna have to try to cycle for blues if they're gonna try to hold on to that frontal presence. But looking at the bagging battle right now, it's looking pretty close. So it'll be interesting to see who's going to come out with shock.
Oh,
and Knight's able to get a shroom in second and now occupies first place. Could be huge for Team France once again.
That is a very good scenario that Knight is in right now. Blue shell gets pulled immediately after LT loses it, and now he has a shroom in first, which means that he will be able to take anything that comes to him in first. As we can see, Shiv going to a Mega, so LT also going his Mega just in case if Team France has shock. Shiv slagging, gets one. Hold up. Now, he's in second, throws a bomb up. Doesn't connect.
No, it does not. Knight's able to swerve around it as he's still occupying first place. I think France might actually have possession of the shot.
Ooh, very good green. That is such a clean green from Knight. Sean not able to avoid it as it was hidden. And Knight is just cruising at first to the Schumann first. He should be able to win this race. Looks like Team France does have the shock as Lads is just cruising right now. He burns the shroom because he knows he has a free victory. And Pal coming out. Will it affect anything? I don't think so. TMRE going for 2, 3, maybe 4? Maybe. Oh, blue online? I don't think it can.
Very close finish. We're gonna have to see on the results. But if Ireland gets a 2-3-4, still a winning race, but it's not really a big winning race. But looking forward, it's gonna do a little bit of damage.
Yes, that was a very hectic race all around. Team France got very lucky with that POW as they were able to get the blue out, and then they were immediately get to bloom, and then Shroom second. Perfect items right there. No, you can't ask for anything better, but that back from Knight was really clean.
Yeah, oh my goodness. That back, I couldn't even imagine if you were Team Ireland right there. Like, that is just brutal. Some of these back spots that I'd be seeing other players do, I'd be questioning myself. I'm like, how are they making this happen? Like, do they just know that they're going to be in that line? And it looks to me as, they're predicting quite well, if that's the case.
Team Ireland does get 2, 3, 5, 7, so that is another salvaged race coming out from them after being in that unfortunate scenario. But yeah, that was a pretty good race. I think that one was shockless, so like, I mean, there was nothing that really happened. It was kind of like a boring kind of race, but there was a lot that went on. But yeah.
I mean, we saw a Shiv and a Mega early on, but Ireland able to cancel it out with a Mega of their own. As we saw Shiv just trying to make a play, trying to like squash most of the Team Ireland members. It didn't really work out in their favor. But if they did actually have possession of that shock, I'm pretty sure they probably would have called it right away if they didn't see Ireland in that Mega.
I agree. I definitely do agree. But yeah, I mean, let's see. What is the score right now? 220 to 199. They're still in it. They're only down 29. They're
still winnable. Very winnable indeed. Only down 29 points. A very nice, a big race like a top 3-5 or something like that would put them right back in it.
Yeah, so we've reached a halfway point. 6 races in. Oh, actually no, 8 races. Sorry, my bad. And we are going to see Cooper K coming in. And let's see what LT decides to do. He's going to drop his box 6. Box 6, you can get a gold in here. Mega, still a pretty good item.
Very interesting item early on. I mean, Mega going through the cut, you can try to squash some people trying to go for it as well. But we are going to see LT just take it smoothly. He's not really going to slow down for any of the players. So good Mega usage from LT as we are seeing Ireland occupy first place, battling out France right now. France is holding a fib and it is very close in those top spots. I believe France is now in first, occupying first. But yeah, that TC does not get past as LT is able to run free of it. And there is a star drop, but he's not able to split it.
Almost.
Ireland is in a star. Cormac going to try to get France out of second and ends up doing so, connecting a red shell. And now Ireland's now sitting pretty in top 3.
But there's a blue shell. There's a blue shell coming out, getting Cormac very unlucky. France, great blue shell, but LT does have a shoe in second. I will see if he opts to use it here in this small cut right here. Gets it first. Oh no! So Sean lets him into first so he can hold the shoe. Very good play there.
Very smart. Very smart, especially if you're Team Ireland.
France person coming up, taking the golden cut, so they are not in first anymore. That's what I was worried about. I was hoping that he would take the cut in second there just to solidify his first place, as I would think that France did have shrooms, and they did. So Space will be occupying first place right now. Triple res for Knight. That is very unfortunate for Sean. He should be dead here, as he is going to have a hard time breaking these. And, ooh, never mind. I guess he gets it. He barely survives.
Yeah, must have had some protection there.
Greens, that's why. Oh, and LT finds his way back in first. Oh, wow. That's very interesting. He had to burn his shroom, though, which is kind of unfortunate. 2 fibs. He off the track.
Oh, he's off.
No, you can't be making these mistakes. He had a green shell, too. He could have easily done the shroom, but now he's just going to give France a free top 2. Or no,
yeah, this is very bad for Team Ireland right now.
Extremely bad for Team Ireland, as there's only Sean up there. France shot coming out. They will be top 2. This is not good for Ireland. Oh, big mistake there from LT, costing his team there. And then triple shooms 4. This is looking top 3. Actually, no, there's
but there is a blue shell in play. This race ain't over yet.
Race is not over. 2 players get blued. Irie is
first. What in the world is going on with
Where is he going? Oh my god. Wait, everything changes. Irie top 3? What? my god! Back! Connect! Top!
Does I think it's gonna be a top
four!
4 for Ireland.
For Ireland, what in the world just happened, Hughes?
I have no idea. I just saw Knight just stick it to the ceiling. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's
Iron
recap.
Knight.
Let's recap. LT, let's go.
Iron Knight.
Recap my 3. LT falls off in first with a green shell, right? France occupy 1-3. Then France shot comes out. Shiv dodges him back in 4th. France top 2. Blue shell comes in pipe. It's a screamer blue. You can't see the blue coming. So then they
you really couldn't.
both
Like, I was barely
players.
able to see it on LT's POV, but Ireland gets a
top
four out of that. That is insane. Holy!
Wow.
Probably one of the craziest races that I've ever witnessed on this channel.
One in a million race right there from IRE. They were in no winning position. They didn't have shock, and they top forward because they capitalized off France's mistake of both of them getting blue. That is unreal. One blue shell can change the entire trajectory of a race, use, and that is proof of it right there.
Goodness, that was insane. I don't think I'll ever see a race like that in my lifetime.
That is all the momentum that they needed, and guess what, Yus? Now we have a tied game going to GP3. As I said in the beginning, I was actually wrong. I said IRE would take GP1 and France would take GP2. It actually was the other way around. France took GP1,
Wow.
Ireland took GP2, and now we're going to GP3 with a tied up event. This is going to be very interesting. I am so excited. I would like to see how this plays out. IRE, they have all the momentum right now. They are so hyped. They're probably popping off the call.
They're probably screaming right now after that race. I mean, I would be out of my seat doing jumping jacks or something. I don't know. I'd be celebrating. But I would be literally off my seat right now, just trying to get this W, closing this whole thing out. Ireland just has all the momentum right now after that top 4. The score is 244 to 244. Now this is what I'm looking forward to see. Which team is going to close out? Who's going to take these 4 races? And who's moving on to the 2-1 bracket in the Swiss tournament?
I don't know. You just got to see who wants it more. I mean, in the beginning, it looks like France wanted it more, but now IRE, they're changing it up. Maybe Ireland wants it more now. Let's see what happens. I'm so excited to see how this pans out as we are looking at the 2 teams. They are going to RBC and Stadium. Let's see which bracket gets picked.
RBC and Stadium. Now, RBC, I believe that would be a Team France selection because they are the away team. So RBC is going to get selected. And we're going to see, is France going to keep, proving us that they can hold it down in those top positions? Or is Ireland going to finesse them with their item usage? Because it's looking like Ireland is, going to, make something happen.
As we see France occupying first place, Shiv just easily gets his way up here too. We are going to see, back misses the back. It's okay though. Still a great spot.
France in real good right now in 1-3 as Knight's gonna up throw his red to take out that nano protection by Ireland. And France already sitting pretty good right now in 1-3. I believe that is a France member Sherman up. Yes, and he actually wheelie bumps the Ireland member as Knight is gonna get punished for it, getting redded, as I believe now France is holding on strong to top 2.
Yes, they are indeed, and this is actually, are they top 3 now? If that Shiv's in first, because I think that's what it's looking like. Oh wait, zone hits the wall. Wait, what's going on? Okay, everyone.
I don't know, lots going on right now.
A whole lot
we
going on.
Seeing France up there and believe second, so that indicates to me that they should be top 2 if anything.
Wait, no, we got ready. Now IRE is first. Okay, there's a whole lot going on, but I think we got it down. Ireland occupy. Oh wait, no, top 3. Wait, he hit wall. Oh my god. Okay. Hey.
Oh, but we are seeing a dodge from Cormac and a star. Ireland shocked as LT is able to get the blue shell, but ends up getting back on immediately as now there's a TC in play. Team Ireland gonna have to try to opt to pass that, but doesn't able to do so as Knight still holding down in the 6th place. But that shot coming in huge for Team Ireland as Cormac's probably running away right now in first, having a little bit of a break.
These are actually really bad spots for IRE right now. Only reason because Team France is in every blue spot, which could be really bad. But hopefully they can pull it again because that's their only win condition. Cormac is their only win condition right now, and yeah, that's not good. James just pulled a TC.
Yeah, James pulling the TC is very not good for Team Ireland. You hate to see yourself pulling TCs in 7th and 6th there, but it can happen, especially in a 5v5 scenario. But anyway, we are seeing Knight holding on to a star. France might actually be able to get the shock later on, but yeah, he ends up dodging in the star. I believe that is France's shock, but Ireland was able to dodge behind, so we're gonna see how this is gonna pan out.
It will not be enough. That's a really bad chain, which means Cormac will be hurting first. But Team France will be holding every mid spot, which is good. So as we see LT shrooming up here, holding fourth. Maybe he can outline Knight, but oh, James also up here as well. These are good spots.
Quite possibly. A power right here could be huge.
Triple shrooms. That's T-Pal Shiv. Wait, go.
And shrooms up, and Ireland gets 2 out of it.
That is a huge pal. They pulled every item.
The pal does come into play. My casting ability is coming in clutch.
That is another winning result. I am. The first shock was Team Ireland. The second shock, it might have been another Team Ireland shock. They just didn't see the France player in the dodge, because I think 2 players dodged that second shock from Team Ireland back there. So I mean, it got them a huge winning race. So
absolutely,
that is a really good play from Team
Ireland. And I just don't think that was the right shock call. If that was France's shock, I mean, we did see one of the Ireland members did dodge up in a mega as well, as France really didn't get any good chains at the stairway set to, you know, try to take over in first. And that POW really being brutal at that last turn. I mean, I've been there, done that. I've been target POW'd over the wall before in my experience in competitive. But yeah, that POW being very huge, especially since Ireland was able to get triple shrooms at the very last set.
Yeah, Shiv making a misplay, going to tight line. He should have went wide to, know that POW could be coming there, but he messed up, which caused him to lose the second place spot. And guess what? Ireland has taken their first lead of the entire war after race 9.
That is just grit right there. You know, you're showing the leadership that you guys can still make things happen. You know, you've been down 40 points early on, and now we're seeing a huge comeback after that Koopa Cape race. Score was tied up, and now Ireland is sitting on top with a 280 to 269 against Team France, as Peach Gardens is going to be the track of choice for Team France. This is going to be a reset. Let's see if they can answer back with another dominating race that we've seen early on from this team.
I said it, ever since they won that run race on BC3, that the momentum has been shifted, and that is what we're seeing right now, as RE are in full control of the match after France was in control of the match to start off. And now we are in Gardens, and we're going to see how this pans out. Team RE already taking top 2, top 3. That is really bad if you're Team France. If any of those members up there have shrooms, you are in a super losing position unless you get POW, blue, or shock. So we're going to need to see some really good. Oh, that is the worst.
Knight ends up pulling the TC in 4th place. None of the baggers are close by, so he's not going to be able to pass it to one of them. But we are seeing them kind of split right now, as one of them is still in the chain shop section. I believe one of them actually pulled the bill, but I'm not sure who that person is all the way in the maze. But yeah, it's not looking good for Team France early on.
Yes, LT opting not to go past what's golden there. Maybe he might be dropping for a dodge. He can maybe get into the flower push. Unfortunate, but we don't know who has shock here. So we're gonna see in a second once both baggers come back. Blue shot coming out from Knight. Great pull there. And we're gonna see which bagger is in 10 here. We have LXDDZ is in 10 for Team France, but it doesn't mean that he could have it. Who knows? Maybe he does. But if that's the case, Team France really do need a shock here to get back into this race, as they are not in great spots here. But Knight has
looking extremely close after that blue shell.
100%. Goldening up here. Team France in Mega. 2 Megas are being used. Will shock come here? LT's in star. If it comes, they're dodging. And no shock after they come out. Maybe LT calls them out. Nope, no one has shock then. Or they opted to hold. Knight is in second.
Ireland's still holding on in the first place. Knight gonna schlag a red and is able to connect, but it could have been one of the Team France members. I'm not sure. Ireland still 1-3. Back green coming in from Team Ireland as
side red
gonna get side red and Ireland
top 3.
Oh my God, take over top 3 because of it.
Oh, LT avoiding greens. Back online. That is a top 3 for Team Ireland once again. Team France, what are we doing?
Team France on the cusp to going into the 1-2 slot in the Swiss tournament. a top 3 from Team Ireland. They are sitting really, really good right now. France needs to get something going. They need to get the ball rolling. We need to see some of those races that we saw early on. The first 5 races, all they were able to do was hold on to those top spots. And right now, we are seeing Ireland just diminish that. They are taking it away from them. They are using their items to perfection. They are not allowing France to run it up.
That is very.
And it is showing right now. I mean, honestly, the side red coming in clutch, and oh my goodness, Knight even had a green shell to protect himself, but the red was just too strong.
That side red's 1 in a million. Only reason why I connected because he was probably so close to him. That's probably the only reason.
Yeah.
You know, like side red's
a neck and neck finish. Knight was our only top spot for Team France, and unfortunate for France, they were not able to hold on to second, creating a top 3 for Team Ireland. Now that is good racing. I hate to say it, but I mean, it's good racing. At the end of the day, it's just really good racing. You know, you're keeping head to head toward the very end. I mean, that pack was extremely close. A shot call right there would have been detrimental to, I believe, either or team, depending on what would have happened toward the end of the race.
Yes, and if France doesn't make a play this race, it is looking over. There's 2 races, and you're down over 30. This is worse than if you don't have at least a decent race here, they're out. They're going to lose this match, and that's what I'm afraid to say. That's just the hard truth. They need to have a big race here. This is their one chance. They got their track, but GC and Mario Circuit. If they do not make a play,
Mario Circuit. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. The last time I saw GC and Mario Circuit being played, I saw a top 4, and it ended up being a +2 victory for the away team. So it'll be interesting to see if France can pull a rabbit out of their hat and try to make something happen. But we are seeing, I believe, France early on in 10 in the bagging department. So maybe they're able to pull the shock early on.
That is good because Knight also has Bill, which means that shock should be, in a quote-unquote, should be coming for Team France if they are 10-10. But as you know, this is Mario Kart Wii. Anything can happen. And it doesn't look like he has yet, as he is in the stars. So you're going to see. But if they do have shock, this is the exact race that they needed to get back into this race.
And LT just sitting comfortable up in first place. Nothing really going on around him, as we are seeing Lad still holding it down in 10 for Team France, as the blue shell is going to come into play. LT is going to get blued, and he's now going to be occupying in 5th, along with, I believe, yes, that is Sean up in 4th. So, interesting scenario right now. We are seeing France dodge up into Bill. That is Knight, and France is now occupying top 2. Let's see if they can get some good chains in the back.
I do not like that shock. Only reason because they are getting everybody into set. This is actually this could be really bad. But LT, oh, they pulled greens in the POW. Oh, but Knight dies. Wait, their dodger died. What happened?
I have no idea.
Wow. I mean, this is now just an average bag bomb. TC doesn't get past. If Team France is top 2, this is the only way that they can save the race. But if LT passes this TC, they're guaranteed bottom. Knight getting 6 here.
Top to bottom 2 wouldn't be really beneficial for Team France.
Top 2, 6.
Most of Ireland holding it down in mid spots. It's looking like a 2, 3, 4. I don't know. If France is top 2, then it's definitely going to be 3, 4, 5. But yeah, it was very hard to see. I mean, I don't even know what happened to Knight. Knight just ended up getting killed after dodging in the Bill.
That's really bad. They needed a top 3 there. If Knight doesn't die there, they're probably in a good position. This is really unfortunate. I wish they would have used a better shock there. Only reason because they got the entirety of Team Ireland into set. But Team Ireland did get really unlucky with the items they pulled afterwards, so it worked out. But yeah, look, top 2, 6, 7. That's, I don't know if that's enough. They're gonna need a huge race here.
Absolutely not. France had to occupy at least a 3rd place position. You know, try to get a top 3 and then maybe a bottom spot in like 7th or 8th to try to get themselves back into this. But yeah, Ireland they're playing their cards right. They're playing their cards right.
Minus 21 use. That means that they will need a top 3. Top 2, 4, 5, 9 is a plus 19 if I'm not mistaken. So that means they will need a top 3 in order to win this race.
And that is hard, especially if you're trying to stay in 10, trying to go for those shocks, you know, get in that 9th place position, try to get that extra point. You know, it can be very crucial toward the end. And, you know, you need the shock, but you also need that point sometimes. So, like you said, a top 2, 4 and a 9 would be enough
if you are in this situation. You just need to know any top 3 spot wins the war.
Absolutely.
That's
And that's bottom line what you need to do. That's literally prime execution right there. If you're Team Ireland, just hold on to one of those top positions during the whole race, and you should be A-okay. Should be A-okay.
Okay, so actually I'm wrong. Top 2, 4, 5, 10 is a tie. So honestly, that could be their other win condition there. So what they need is just a big race in general. Okay.
Absolutely. And a very clean matchup, I would say. I don't think there's any penalties being submitted.
No, there hasn't been. So this is a very clean matchup. And as we see, we are on RWS. This will be the deciding track. If Team France does not get up there, this will not be good. Every member needs to get a good spot this race, or else they will not advance on, and they will be going to the losers bracket. As we can see, Knight opting to take Shrimp Banana in the cut already. That's kind of funny. France occupying top 2, 4. Good spots you want for these tracks. You want to be up there in this track. Easy to break away. Knight with the unoptimal lines, but it's okay. It works out. Pack's really close. Everyone's playing very safe, protective. They don't want to die here.
Absolutely not. Definitely don't want to die here. Allowing France to, just take over in those top spots. Ireland is just not going to allow that to happen. As we are going to see a PAL come into play, Sean's going to be able to dodge it up in the air as Knight, is holding a mega, but ends up getting back bombed. And that is not good if you're Team France. Ireland's still, using their items to their advantage. Causing France to be in the bottom spots. France is going to need a shock or something to try to call early on, maybe try to get Ireland out of those top positions. But I don't know. It's looking very close right now. Pack is still very close, and there is a blue shell in the air.
That blue shell could be their saving grace. As Knight gets another mega, so we will see Team France is, I don't know, I think that they're in first right now. No, they're not. Wait, no, that's the bagger.
Yep, that is Dermo. That
Okay,
is
they
not
are
one of the Team Ireland members. But
they are
France
1-4.
is in
These are
first.
really good spots.
Knight in
Team
fourth.
France
They're
had
1-3-4 currently. There is a PAL being used, and I believe that is Team France's PAL. Now France is now in top 2. Knight's going to be in a mega, ends up dodging and rides the wall successfully. Knight's going to be holding it down in first. This could be huge for France if it was their shock, and it looks like it might have been. But successfully taking the turn skip, Knight is going to be running this very cleanly. We're going to see where LT's at. He's occupying 8th. We are seeing 2 Ireland members in the bottom spots. Going for a really weird turn skip right there as he does get hit by a star.
Wait.
Both Ireland members are bottom 2 right now.
No. Wait, no way.
Goodness.
Shiv finishing 6th. If Space didn't finish 3rd, they lose. Top 2, 4, 6. Wait. Shiv finished 6th. If Space finished 4th. Wait, they definitely finished top 2. This is unbelievable. They either lost by an extremely small margin, or they did it. It's all depends on Space's spot right here. If he got 4th or 3rd, that's all that matters. Top 3, they did it! Oh my god!
Goodness.
They did it! Oh my god, France pulled the upset on Team Ireland. It's over! It's over! Oh my god!
No.
Ireland going to the elimination bracket. Team France pulls the upset. Great shock. Space gets top 3 to solidify it for the team. It's over. Oh my
wow. What a thrilling matchup from both of these teams.
And
Comes
Team
down
France
to the final race.
clutches
It
it
all
at the
comes
very
down
end.
to the final race.
Oh,
And Team France was able to use that shock to perfection. As soon as I saw Knight use his mega to go for the cut and ends up riding the wall successfully, not even hitting the dirt not one time, and did the turn skip. That was just unbelievable. Team France pulls it off. They get the top 3 and the W against Team Ireland after a brutal top 4 on the KC.
wow.
Was insane.
I'm shaking right now. I got chills right now. That's crazy. That's an insane.
Probably the most intense matchup that I've ever witnessed as a caster on Mario Kart Central Wii. That was thrilling, and I hope all of you guys enjoyed that matchup, because that made me nervous, and I'm not even playing the game.
This is very actually surprising. Look, James. Didn't expect him to step up, but he really did this match. 113 to help his team. Wasn't enough, though, but he did step up huge in this match.
Win by 2.
Wow. Win by 2. But, hey, you got to remember, Ireland, they're not out of it yet. That just proves
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Both of these teams are still in the Swiss tournament, as we are probably going to see a fire back from Team Ireland. They're probably going to step their game up after that loss, unfortunate to Team France. But Team France moving on to the 2-1 stage in the Swiss tournament. France, they're patting themselves on the back for this one, Will. I cannot lie. That was very thrilling to see.
They scared me a lot after that GP2 and in the beginning of GP3. They scared me so much, but France once again proving why they are the
Who
dominant
they
team.
are.
Yeah, why they
Yep.
are. This is why everyone predicted them to win, mostly. And yeah, they just proved that, even when under pressure, they can come back. And that was probably one of the best matches I've ever just seen. Coming down to the last match where they needed the top 3 there, and they just got it by the skin of their teeth. Wow, that was an extremely good match. Very
That
well.
was
Everyone played well. I don't think there has been a single player who didn't play exceptionally well this match. This was just it was
Yeah,
very
no, everyone definitely played to perfection, I would say. I mean, I didn't really see a lot of errors. The blue shells, man, the blue shells were definitely dramatic between both teams. I mean, honestly, the blue shell just, you never know what's going to happen in this game. You really don't.
you don't, and that's what is so great about it. Every race is different. Every match is different.
Well, that's going to conclude it. France taking the W against Team Ireland.
Wait,
As
I
a
think.
brutal loss for Team Ireland for
Hold
that last race that we just seen on RWS Waluigi Stadium. France just, played it
Wait, use. One
really
second.
good.
I think that we're gonna try to go and catch the very ending of Team England versus Team Canada right now. I think that's what we're
Ooh.
gonna transfer.
All right.
Through. So,
Sounds like a plan. I mean, if you've seen one thrilling match, might as well transition into the other. Do you know who the POVs would be?
I am not 100% sure, but we're gonna figure that out. Maybe we can. I don't know how many races they're in, but we can see at the very end.
All right, well, stay with us on Mario Kart Central Wii as we try to get this all situated. This has been France versus Ireland. Thank you all so much for tuning in for this Swiss tournament in the Mario Kart World Cup. This has been your host, the Yusk.
And this has been your host, xWill.
Absolutely. As we are going to try to transition into the England versus Canada matchup, so stay with us.
Just one moment.